guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, and if you are new here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about exactly what the description says, which is how to start your own press-on nail business. So I do have a notepad here full of notes for me to go over. But first what I want to do is just give you guys my background real quick, just so you know how I started my press-on nail business and what it's done for me, and then we will go ahead and jump right into all of the important information in order for you to start your own business too. So a little bit background information on me. I went to cosmetology school to be a hairdresser. I did hair for the first year out of cosmetology school. The salon I was working at was not working out for me. However, previously, about 2 years before that, I started doing my own nails just because I was sick of dealing with like the nail salons, just like sitting there and waiting to be serviced. And then there was just like a few things. The salon I went to, I realized like how dirty it was. And I remember whenever stiletto nails first came out, I asked them to do them for me, and they like made a joke out of it. So I was like, okay, F this, like I'm just gonna go run to Rite Aid, go get me a little at-home acrylic kit, which is exactly what I did. I started doing my own nails, and I just haven't looked back since. So I started doing my own nails as a hobby. I was really into nail art. I enjoyed it. Fast forward, I went back to cosmetology school. I got my cosmetology license, did hair. For the first year initially, my intentions were to do hair professionally. However, the salon I was working at was not working out for me. And because I was already doing nails, and being that I had a cosmetology license, it does cover you to do nails, hair. You could be an esthetician, you could be a lash technician, you can do so many things with a cosmetology license. So I was like, okay, well, let me try this out and see how it works out. Maybe I'll like doing nails professionally. So I got hired at a nail salon, and it was a traditional style nail salon. There were 2 other nail techs. I did have a client who was going away to college, and she didn't want to go to any other nail salons. So she asked me if I would make her press-on nails and, send them to her while she's away at college, so she could just wear them for special occasions and she didn't have to worry about going to any other nail salons. And of course I said yes. So basically what she would do once she left for college, she would just hit me up, tell me what she wanted, give me some kind of like inspo pics, and then, she would PayPal me, and I would send her her nails. And so that's how I initially started doing press-on nails. It was exclusively for this one client. And then I was like, you know what? I can make some extra money doing this. So what I did was I reached out to someone, and she had about, from what I remember, she had around like 20,000, maybe 30,000 followers on her social media. And I kind of just reached out to her and was like, would you want to do an exchange? Like, I'll send you some handmade press-on nails and you just give me like a little shout out. And she was like, yeah, of course, like, sure, I'd love to. So I made her 2 sets of acrylic press-on nails, and I mailed them to her. And I believe like a week or so later, she made a post of her. It was she like really went above and beyond. It wasn't just like a shout out. Like, she really took time and effort and put effort into making a video of her promoting these press-on nails. Like, she got dressed up. Now, I don't know if maybe she really was about to go out or what, but she got all dressed up and she put the press-on nails on. Somebody filmed it for her, and she just did this whole little, she had this whole little thing. I'll see if I can find it. If I can find it, I'll insert it here. But that was so many years ago. Honestly, I don't know if I'll be able to find it. But she really went like above and beyond. This was like before Reels was a thing. This was before press-ons really like popped off the way that it is now. I feel like everybody and their mom sells press-ons now, and that's fine. But at that point, yes, press-ons were still a thing, obviously, but it wasn't as like oversaturated as it is now. But she really just like went above and beyond to make this video promoting these press-on nails that I sent her. Literally, my business overnight like blew up. I was getting, and at this point I didn't have a website or anything yet, okay? It was like more of a like, you know, DM me if you're interested in purchasing some press-ons. That was like the situation at that time. So I just got like an influx of followers from her. At the beginning, my now business nail page was my then personal page, so I only had a couple hundred followers. I gained quite a few thousand followers from this girl and doing this one post for me. And immediately I wasn't just getting followers. My DM was packed. My DM was jam-packed with girls like, hey, I want to order some nails from you. How much? Da, 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 you know, like all this stuff. I got so many orders from this girl doing this one video for me. Okay. So fast forward a little bit, you know, I'm super busy making all these nails. I'm taking all payments via PayPal. So at this point I'm like, okay, like I can actually do this. Like this is a real business. So let me go ahead and make this like a legal business, which I did. And then I set up a website on Shopify. I opened up my first store, which is the store I still have now on Shopify. And from then, like, it just went up. It just went up. That first month, I made the first month of my store being open. Okay, I don't remember. I don't know what I made whenever that girl made that post and I was flooded with DMs. I don't remember. I don't know what I made that at that point because I didn't have anything to like keep track of that because I wasn't on a website or anything like that. But whenever I opened up my Shopify store, that first month I made $12,000. That first year I made close to $70,000 just selling handmade press-on nails by myself. When I tell you I was exhausted, it was crazy. Like it was literally nuts. My living room turned into like an office with nothing but nail stuff, packaging everywhere. And I had to do all of these nails by myself. It was seriously overwhelming. But okay, so fast forward, now we're here. So that's my background story as to like how I started my press-on nail business, and what came of it. Okay, so let's get into this. Okay, first thing I want to say is if there's any points that I don't touch on or if there's anything I'm forgetting, please feel free to leave those questions in the comment section below, because even though I have a notepad with bullet points, there is a lot of information whenever it comes to opening up any business that I honestly might forget some stuff. So if there's anything in particular that I didn't touch on that you want to know, definitely leave the questions in the comment section below and I will answer that for you. So the first thing I want to say is I'm going to be completely transparent here. Owning your own business is not easy. It is not less work. It's more work. You will be working more than full time. It's a lot of work. It really is. Even if you manage to hire help, it's still a lot of work. I will say, you get what you put into it. So if you're someone who is not putting much effort into it, I wouldn't expect, great results, or at least not results right away. It might take a little bit longer for your business to pop off. However, if you really put your all into it and you're serious about it, you can really become really busy really fast. Okay, so that's the first thing I want to say to you. The second thing I want to say to you is if you're not someone who genuinely is like an artist or has no interest in doing nails, you're just looking for like a quick way to make some extra money, this might not be for you. I would say definitely make sure you're someone who has some sort of a passion for nails or art to some extent, because owning your own business, and there's so many different aspects to owning your own business, is overwhelming alone. If you're not genuinely enjoying some part of what you're doing, it's just going to make you frustrated. It's going to make you want to quit, and then you will have wasted time, energy, and money. So I would say be sure that this is something that you actually have interest in and actually want to do before you invest your time and money into it. And I would say that going into any type of business venture. Okay, so those are the first few things I just wanted to say, get out in the air, and just be transparent about. The first thing you're going to need to do is decide your business name. I will just give you a few pointers with that, being you're going to want to go on your state's website and find out if the business name that you're wanting to utilize is already being utilized or not. If it's not being utilized already, then you obviously can use whatever business name you come up with. However, if it is already a business name, you are not going to be able to utilize it. So think very clearly on that before you make any final decisions, as well as you're going to want to go on like Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and type in whatever business name you're thinking, just to make sure nobody else already has it. Because if it is already taken and you make that your business name, it's going to be a little bit harder for people to find you on those platforms once you do start to get some business. So I would say just make sure that like you can use your business name across all boards on your social media platforms, your legal paperwork, and your website. So those are a few things that you're going to want to check before you actually go ahead and pick a business name. So that's the first thing. The second thing you're going to need to do is make it a legal business. So I would say you could wait to do that. However, if you do end up getting a certain amount of sales, those platforms start to want your tax information. They're going to start to want your EIN to make sure that you are a legitimate business, or they will not pay you. That is something that happened to me on Shopify. Like I said, that first month I had my store open, I got an influx of orders. It came to around like $12,000, and by the end of the month, whenever I logged into my account, Shopify had like, not a block, but I couldn't get my next payout until they verified that I was a legal business. So I had to give them my EIN information just to verify that I was a legal business. Otherwise you can't get paid out. So, and I have noticed that more of these, like even just like with TikTok and Instagram, like even YouTube, like they want to make sure that you are an actual business, whether it's sole proprietor or LLC or whatever the case may be. I am a LLC. My business is listed as a LLC. So that's why I'm saying you should just go ahead and get the legal documentation out of the way, just in case any of that arises in the future. You don't want to be scrambling last minute and you can't get paid. You know what I mean? That would just really suck. So you're going to have to go on your state's website. Every state's website is different. You're just going to have to do your research and find out how to go about doing that. And then at that point, you'll get your EIN, and that's what you'll also use to pay your taxes at the end of the year. So definitely get that out of the way. Once you do that, you can start doing your branding for your business. That's actually a really fun part of the process as well, especially if you're a creative person. If you're not, I mean, you can definitely go on like some of those websites like Fiverr and get like outside sourcing, where other people do it for you. You just pay a fee for it. Or you can do what I do. I go on Canva. That's pretty much where I do all of my like editing stuff is through Canva. You know, they have like pre-made templates for stuff to make it a little bit easier for you, so you can kind of like tweak those pre-made templates to make them your own. Yeah, go in and think about your branding and just make sure everything matches across the board. Like for me, my favorite color is pink, so obviously pink is always going to be in my branding somewhere. I've always pretty much just stuck with like pink, black and white, clean, but there's still a little bit of some color there with the pink. So that's been like my branding. Just, you know, just think about it, see what you like, play around with stuff, see what sticks, and you know, what makes you happy, what pops for you, you know. Next, you're gonna wanna go in and set up all of your platforms. So you're gonna wanna make a Instagram page for your business, a TikTok page for your business, a website. There are a few different websites that you can make your website on. Like I said, I have been using Shopify since I started my business. I absolutely love Shopify. I can't really speak on any other platforms. I can really only speak on Shopify because that's the only platform that I've used. But I love Shopify. I think Shopify is really easy to figure out. It's really easy to use, and they have a lot of features on there that help their sellers, just like with, you know, growing their business, getting more sales, getting more traffic, just a lot of stuff to help benefit you as a business owner, as well as you can also get loans through them once you know, make so many sales. So I would advise going to Shopify. Shopify is a great platform. I have zero complaints about Shopify. So once you create your platforms, the next thing I would recommend you to do, if you're someone who doesn't already have nail supplies, start investing in products in order to create these press-on nails. You don't need to start with the most expensive products. You don't need to start with all the products. I would definitely recommend, unless you have the funds to do so and it's not going to like hurt your wallet, you know, take your time building your, you know, your collection of nail supplies. If you are kind of like starting from scratch, I would say there's nothing wrong with going on Amazon and purchasing like cheaper gel polishes off of there. A few good brands that I've purchased from and never had any problems with are brands like Beetles, Modalones. There's a few other brands on there. I'll leave them in the description box below, but I would just say read reviews. You know, before you purchase anything online, read reviews. Make sure, you know, everybody's saying good stuff about the product before you spend your money on it. But definitely I would say check out Amazon, and like for like little organization things and stuff like that, you could even go on Shein. Shein has a lot of like discounted stuff. Same with like charms and stuff. If that's stuff that you know that you're into and you're gonna want to make styles like that, go on the discounted websites, and then once you start to make money, that's whenever you start to invest that money back into your business to get better quality stuff. Like, don't break the bank in the beginning. You haven't made a profit yet, so don't spend all your money yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to invest a little bit, but don't do it all at once, because you might decide you don't even want to keep doing it, and then you're stuck with all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I would just say be smart about it and just take your time. You know what I mean? Then you're going to need to decide the type of press-ons that you want to sell. There's a bunch of different nail companies out there, and they all have like different types of press-ons that they're selling. Like some of them only sell pre-made manufactured press-on nails. Some of them are only selling handmade, ready-to-ship press-on nails. Some of them, like myself, are selling handmade, made-to-order press-on nails. So you're going to have to decide what you want to do. I will say, obviously, it's less labor for you if you're selling the pre-made manufactured nails. I have done that before. You're going to have to find a vendor for that, which can be tricky in itself. So for me personally, I have sold every type of press-on nail that you can. At this point, I still have all 3 on my website. My main focus is the handmade, made-to-order press-on nails. And that's because I have found that people want what they want. Meaning, someone might like the design on this pre-made nail, but they don't like the length or the shape. So they're not gonna buy it. Whereas like with the made to order, they can get the size that they need for their nail beds. They can get the length that they want. They can get the shape that they want with that particular design. So I find my bread and butter is the handmade, made to order press-on nails. So that's something that you're gonna need to think about. Start creating. You know, once you get everything set up, you get all your ducks in a row, you get everything set up, you got some nail supplies, you figured, you know, you want to do the ready to ship nails, or you want to do the made to order nails, or you want to do both. Start creating, you know, start posting on your social media platforms. There are so many different ways to promote your brand without actually having to spend any money. You really got to just put yourself out there. You got to just do it. Stick with it. Nothing happens overnight. Everything is a process. This is not some, you know, get rich quick scheme. Just like any business, it takes time to build. It really does. So start creating, start posting, start getting your name out there. What I will do is I will go ahead and post a part 2 to this video where I'm showing you guys my process and how I fulfill orders from beginning to finish. And with that, I'll also talk about like how I do my shipping, my packaging, all that stuff, so you guys can see that in the next video. If you guys do have any questions for me, like I said, please feel free to leave them below and I will answer any questions that you guys have. Like I said, this was just like a general overview of like what you need to do to start your business. But like I said, there is so much information packed in that like you really can't touch on just like a little bit of it without like really delving really deep into it. So if there's any other like detail information that you really want to know about, you need help with, let me know in the comments and I will do my best to deliver that to you guys. So that's pretty much everything. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe before leaving, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.